This week we just have a few architecture terms to review. So we'll look at the definitions and examples of post and lintel architecture, megalith, dolmen, and tumulus. And these three things sort of go together. So post and lintel is kind of the basic architectural form. You've got two uprights called posts and a horizontal piece going across the top, connecting them, called a lintel. It doesn't get more basic than that. And here I have an example from Stonehenge. Again, you see two posts supporting a lintel. Here's another lintel, here's another post, etc., etc. That's our basic architectural form. Megaliths are stone structures or monuments that can be just a simple post and lintel kind of construction, or it can be something much bigger, as you saw in Stonehenge, where all these individual post and lintel structures were strung together. So there's generally no mortar or concrete to hold the stones together. They're just held into place by the weight of the stones. And we did look at the megalithic structure of Stonehenge in slide 2. We're going to look at two more examples on slide 4. So here we have the Göbekli Tepe, Turkey. This is also, I believe, in your book you have figures 0.11 and 0.12. You'll see more examples of this structure. And then we have a tomb here in Ireland, what they're calling a portal tomb. That's not a term we need to know. But it's a little different than post and lintel, right? We have still upright structures and a flat structure on top, but this is now called something else. Let's look at the next slide to see that. So a dolmen, got two terms on this page. A dolmen is a megalithic tomb, all right? So it's used to inter people. And again, you still have the two vertical megaliths. But now our flat piece on the top is called a capstone. So we're looking at the capstone being more of a table shape holding things up, right? Instead of a lintel being just the straight horizontal across the top, now we have something that's more like a table shape. And it's often called a capstone. And we'll see an example of that figure A on the next slide. If we take that dolmen and cover it with dirt, sometimes leaving just an opening there, or if it's covered with stones, we'll see examples of this too when we get to talking about Greece, that's called a tumulus. All right, so it's still a tomb, but it's covered up so it looks like a natural hillside. So let's look at the examples on slide 6. So you can see these are widespread. This first one is in India. Stonehenge, of course, is in England. Eastern Jutland, which is in Denmark. So a dolmen here, we've got the big kind of table shape and the two uprights, the capstone, remember this is called, that's a dolmen, a tomb. And then we have a tomb here, we can see the opening, and the tomb has been covered with dirt to make it look like a hill.